I am so sorry.
Are you really sorry?
I am so sorry. Look.
Look me in the eye.
Look, I'm so
Look at
sorry.
me and
I
tell
am
me
so
you're
sorry. I am so sorry. I made a mistake. I up. I ruined everything.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite gossip girl back with some juicy news. Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott's sudden split came as a shock to everyone. They seemed like a picture-perfect family and a couple that had been together for nearly 2 decades, so it was hard for people to believe that they were actually separating. But the separation announcement came after huge controversies and rumors, which we'll discuss in this video so you can figure out why exactly Tori and Dean are not together anymore. Dean first met Tori in Ottawa when he was filming for a movie. The duo instantly hit it off and loved hanging out together.
It was just meant to be,
We're just meant to be. I mean, people always ask us, how do you make your relationship work and how do you keep the fire alive? And it's like, it
doesn't take work.
It doesn't take any work. We're just madly in love with each other, and I wake up more in love with her every day.
But what works for some people doesn't work for other people.
Right.
What works for us is being together all the time. We love working together. We do everything together. So it just makes sense to work together and do a reality show together.
But there was quite a pickle they needed to resolve. Well, they were married to different people back then. And as time passed, their love and chemistry kept getting stronger, so they decided to tie the knot. People accused Tori of being a homewrecker and Dean of cheating on his wife, but it was all said and done. Within a few weeks, everyone forgot all about it and Tori got a divorce from her husband, Shanian. Around the same time, Dean also parted ways from Eustace. This turned out to be a huge controversy, and you can only imagine the lengths the two went just to be with each other. It wasn't long after the divorce was finalized that Tori and Dean were having a destination wedding in 2006. They didn't want their wedding to be the talk of the town, so they did it in a very private and small ceremony in Fiji. Their life looked like a fairy tale after this, and Tori gave birth to their very first child. And right after delivering the baby, Tori and Dean's show premiered, which became a huge pop culture sensation. The show was all about Tori and Dean's journey of running a bed and breakfast. People loved watching them together, and their chemistry was just unmatched. But they had to move to LA after Tori got pregnant with their second child. Tori had a very rocky relationship with her mother, but after she gave birth to her own daughter, she realized that it was better to just mend ways with her. So she finally quit beefing with her own mama, and the two were on talking terms by 2010. The same year, Tori and Dean renewed their vows and told the world that they were still very much in love. However, Tori had the worst scare of her life when her husband got into a bike crash and punctured his lung. She was there for him all along, and the two seemed inseparable. Soon, Dean recovered, and in 2011, they welcomed their third child, too. But the trouble in paradise began around her 4th pregnancy when Tori went through hell. She had so many complications that one day she woke up and it was blood everywhere. She totally freaked out, and the doctors said that she had to be in the hospital until she gave birth. It was a very traumatizing time for her, and it changed her relationship with herself and Dean forever. She did give birth to her 4th child, but things were never the same again.
How'd it go? Do you want to talk about it?
It feels really strange to talk about it with you.
Do you want some time?
Just sad, I don't know.
Rumors started circling around that Tori and Dean are facing some trouble in their relationship and the passion has disappeared. Reports even went as far as to say that now they're just married for their children and their love life has gotten very boring. All these rumors were hitting Tori where it hurt, so she decided to clap back by saying that they're in a very stable marriage, which might sound boring to a lot of people. She even revealed that Dean had been nothing but loving and faithful to her during the most difficult time of her life, and that people should actually do better than gossip about other people's lives. But these statements from Tori didn't age well because by the end of the same year, it was pretty much confirmed that something was going on between Dean and Tori when their mainstream show got canceled. And the worst was about to come. Dean ended up cheating on Tori, and media outlets reported it immediately. It was probably how Tori found out too. Dean didn't deny the allegations. In fact, he publicly admitted to the allegations and said to Tori that he was really sorry that it happened. And didn't spare her the details either, telling her that he had lied and got out of going to family Christmas so he could spend some time with his side chick. He said that he was ashamed of what he did, but it was traumatizing for Tori because after she went through hell and back, she deserved someone who was there for her. But instead, she got a man who ditched her on Christmas and made an elaborate plan about lying to her. Dean again talked about the matter publicly, But this time he revealed that he and Tori were working through their issues and he hoped that they get through it. Dean has been pretty open about his cheating and the events that followed after, so soon talked to media outlets again, saying that things between him and Tori are going pretty well and they've learned from that horrible experience. He also said that he's never going to repeat this mistake again because he's got such a supportive and lovely family. But people weren't very convinced, and Dean's behavior looked like a huge red flag. Tori remained silent all this while and didn't talk to any media outlets because she obviously was hurting. But in 2016, after the whole cheating debacle, Dean decided to propose to Tori again, so he did while they were in Europe. They also went to Denmark and France on this family trip, and it actually seemed like things were good between them. Then the couple announced out of the blue that they were having a 5th child. Dean said that after so many complications with their 4th child, Tori got pregnant again, which is a huge miracle according to the doctors. But the problems for the couple just kept coming as they were involved in not paying taxes worth thousands of dollars, and it got them into quite a financial ruffle. People even went as far as saying that the couple has gone bankrupt, but Tori quickly refused all this and said that they're not struggling at all and these are just rumors, they're doing just fine. Tori and Dean soon welcomed their 5th child and said that his birth felt like their relationship has been reborn and they've decided to start over. But people were shocked to hear that soon after giving birth, a woman from Tori's house called LAPD due to an emergency.
There's no happy ending. I don't believe it anymore. I have a choice. I can go back. She went back to the man who cheated on her. Here she is, the doormat. Or I can leave, hold my head up high with my 4 children as I walk away. What the
People think that it was Tori and that she was having a fight with Dean that heated up. The police refused to comment on the matter and only said that it was a domestic incident. People weren't very convinced, and when Tori said that she thought someone was breaking into her house and that's why she called the police, but it was actually Dean, people realized that she definitely was hiding something. Some people even went as far as to say that the cheating incident and pregnancy complications have pushed Tori on the verge of depression and she's not functioning properly. But soon Tori opened up about recent issues she's been facing with her marriage. She said that her daughter saw a video on the internet about her father's cheating and it was making things worse. Tori seemed very disturbed by this incident, but she also admitted that despite the hurt she endured, she was not going to leave Dean just like that. It was probably going to be hard, but Tori was determined to make things work. The biggest red flag was seen when Tori confirmed that Dean doesn't sleep with her and only her dog and kids are allowed in her bed. People put 2 and 2 together and figured that she was still not over cheating and they were only together for the sake of their kids. Things started to take a turn for the worse for Tori and Dean as people saw that Dean wasn't even featured in Tori's holiday card in 2021. Tori and Dean even spent New Year's separately and finally announced their split this week. They had 5 children and spent over 18 years being married to each other, but finally in an Instagram post, Dean wrote that he's announcing it with a heavy heart that he and Tori have decided to part ways. He did say that he'll try to be as cooperative as possible with Tori as they're now the co-parents to their children. Their relationship was doomed from the day Dean cheated and they were just trying to make it work, but reports confirm that Tori just couldn't take it anymore. So, do you think Tori and Dean will simply drift apart, or there's a chance they'll get back together again? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay on top of all celebrity gossip. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, adios from our side.